Markets have been shaken up by the tragic events in Japan and the following G7 joint intervention to weaken the Japanese yen. So I'm joined now by fxKnight from the fxKnight.com to take a technical look at the dollar yen.
Let's start this week out by looking at the Japanese yen. It has made a bit of a recovery following the tragic events of the past few weeks, and it's right now at a very key decision point that's going to determine its future direction. Let's take a look. As you can see, the dollar yen found a range in between two long-term Fibonacci levels. Now these date back to June of 2010. And you can see we found resistance, support, and just kept bouncing in a range until where the tsunami hit, and this is where we started dropping. And then once the reactor blew up, this is where the move down accelerated. And even, this is interesting, even in a black swan event such as this, completely unpredictable, we found a bottom right near a long-term Fibonacci level at 76.60. Okay, we bounced off of that and returned back to find resistance where our prior support used to be. And this is at 80.94. And we're exactly at that level right now. So the next thing that I need to see is whether this level is going to be our floor or our ceiling. If we fall below this level and find resistance here, then I would expect us to drop and create a double bottom at or near 76.60. If on the other hand we manage to stay above 80.94 and find support here, and actually it would be even better if we got above the daily 21 exponential moving average and found some support around 81.33. If we find support here, then I will target to the upside around 83.62.
And now let's take a look at the euro dollar, where it seems we just hit the target you predicted for us here a few weeks back.
Early this week we reached our target at 1.4238. We bounced off of that level as resistance and started coming back down. And let me show you which levels I'm watching to determine the next step. We've been following this one for several weeks. After it found support at the 38.2% Fibonacci at 1.3483, we determined that the target's going to be at the 138 Fib, which, as you said, 1.4238. We have in the last 2 days bounced off of that level and started coming down. I'm looking for the next test of support at 41.27. If we bounce up here, well, I expect us to range between 41.27 and 42.38. If we break above 42.38 and find support here, my next target to the upside will be 1.4472. If on the other hand we break below 41.27, test this level as resistance, I would expect us eventually to come back down to 1.3860.
So this was an extended insight from fxKnight, as he's going to be traveling for the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, there is lots of different programs coming up to assist you with your trading. Stay tuned.